inventors, the movies were a scientific toy. To the viewers, they were a revelation. The first audiences sat entranced by such commonplace views as fire engines racing through the streets, military parades, or trains drawing into a station. But they were real. They moved. The inventors did not care about improving their toy, but the showmen turned this novelty into entertainment. The directors, cameramen, and actors turned this into an art. In 1907, a French film company known as Film d'Art was established for the express purpose of taking the lowly cinema and refining it. The first films of Film d'Art were works by such great authors as Shakespeare and others.
Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out our brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow. Poor player struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
But these first films lacked the polish of later years. The actors were used to working on the stage and not with the more intimate camera. Even though the films were silent, the actors mouthed their lines, and the accompanying gestures were definitely not for the stage. And even though the sets were richly and elaborately decorated, they were exposed for exactly what they were: canvas and lab. Even the directors were imported from the theater. They didn't care that their films were out of date. They were bringing culture to the masses, and by golly, they expected those masses to be highly grateful for the favor. But these masses, wholly suspicious of the whole idea, fled the theaters in droves. But the cultured upper class, the right people, if you will, ventured cautiously into the darkened halls to view these new artistic films. And inevitably, the American, and not to mention other film companies, began turning out Shakespeare to the point of ad nauseum. The whole of Hamlet was compressed into a hectic 10 minutes. In Europe, the Film d'Art company pushed to take films from one reel, that is 10 minutes, to several. But in America, the Motion Picture Patents Company decided that no person should sit in a movie theater and watch a film that is more than 10 minutes long. They established the single reel as the length for all their films. The MPPC sought to control, through its pooling of patents, every phase of this infant industry. The MPPC, the Motion Picture Patents Company, was comprised of the largest producers and distributors in the United States. Between the years 1909 and 1912, its word was law. It licensed both cameras and projectors. Cameras solely to member companies, and projectors to those theater men who would buy only movies produced by those member companies. To top it all off, the Patents Company blocked the identity of all its actors and actresses. They reasoned that if their actors and actresses became famous, they would demand more money. Many were known only by their studios, but an independent producer, Carl Laemmle, began to lure these previously unknowns away from their home studios with the enticement of pay increases and the use of their own names. Directors learned, though, that although it would cost more to pay their actors, they could charge more rental for their films. Actors and actresses, because they were with one company, often became a hit. But the public preferred to make their own stars, not have them turned out ready-made for them. Because of the intense competition with the automobile and radio, attendance dropped off sharply, and Warner Brothers, a company on the verge of bankruptcy, took a flying chance on a new invention called the Vitaphone. They produced the first talking picture, and on October 6, 1927, The Jazz Singer, starring Jolson crooning Mammy, marked the end of the silent movie era.
Mammy, listen what they're playing. They're playing Weep No More, My Lady. Sing it for me. And old Black Joe, just as though you had me on your knee.
The public's enthusiasm for sound was so strong that attendance leaped from 60 million per week in 1927 to 110 million in 1929. But soon, as talkies became the ordinary run-of-the-mill type of thing, attendance waned. Movies needed a new gimmick. The newest gimmick up the Hollywood special effects department sleeves was color. The first all-color epic was Margaret Mitchell's stellar hit, Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind, produced by MGM, has been hailed as the pinnacle of all movies. The performances of Clark Gable, Vivian Leigh, Leslie Howard, and Olivia de Havilland have entranced audiences through the ages. There is so much I would like to tell you, but